Percussion. Here's hot cross buns on the bells. First of all, let's make sure that we have everything set up correctly. You've got your bell set up at the good height, right about at your waist. I want you to have your music right in front of you. Personally, I don't need the music, but I want you guys to have your stand so that it is right in front of your bell set so that you can read it. And I'm going to move this out of the way so that you can see me play, but I'm going to want your music right here. Be sure that you have the correct grip with your sticks. You've got your thumbs to the side, fingers wrapped around this way, about this high up the mallet, okay? You do not need to play like this, but I also don't want you to play here, okay? So you've got a good grip on the sticks, and when you play, you want to be sure that your mallets are coming off of the bell so that we're getting a good sound. And we're also going to be alternating, just a couple little pointers before we get started. So here is hot cross buns. If you need a little reminder on notes, I'm going to turn this around. D is in between these two. Okay, if yours is not labeled. I actually prefer that you play it with it not labeled, but I know some of them it's already etched in. So D is between these two notes, C is to the left, and B flat is over here. It is the first one on this group on the right side. Okay, be sure your notes sound like this: D, C, and B flat. If you hear something different, check the note that you're playing and be sure that we're matching the same note. Okay, here's what I'm telling every other instrument. I want you to learn how to play based on what you see in the book, you reading the notes on the lines and spaces, and knowing what note is D and what note is C, for example, okay? I'm gonna help you in this video, but I don't want you to learn based on what I do and just copy what I do. I want you to be able to do it on your own and read the music in the book and play it on your bells so that will help you when you go to a new song. Okay, so let's start by naming the notes at the beginning of Hot Cross Buns. We have first note, D, second note, C, third note, B flat. We're going to start with our right hand on D, and my left hand is going to be floating over C. So let's play those three notes. D, C, B flat, and I reached over B flat with my right hand, okay? Could you play it like this with just one hand? Yeah, it sounded the same, but you've got two mallets. Use two hands, okay? Here it is again. D, C, B flat. What comes next in the music? The half rest, that's the little rectangle. Look up at your book, read what's next. You can see that you have the same three notes again, so you look back down at your bells. D, C, B flat, and a rest. You're going to look back up at your music and see what comes next. Okay? That is very important. For percussion, it might seem a little easy that to play a note, all you have to do is just hit the mallet on the bell, and that's all you have to do. Whereas some instruments have to move fingers and blow to try to create the right note. But for percussion, the tricky part is you have to be able to look up at your book, look down at your bells, look up at the book and read the music, and look down at the bells, okay? You have to move your eyes. What comes in the next measure? B flat, okay? There is only one flat sign for four notes. Remember that when there's a flat sign in a measure and there is another note on the same line within the same measure, all of the notes are affected by that one flat sign. So you have four notes 1 flat sign, those are 4 B flats. Here we go. Right, left. Here is the next measure. C. And I'm shifting my hands from B flat to C. Notice how high my hands are going, my mallets are going, okay? I'm using my wrists, I'm using my hands, and the mallets are going just a few inches. Don't use your elbows, okay? If you go too high, you might be a little bit inaccurate when you come back down. Just use your hands and your wrists, that's all you need to do. Put those 2 measures together, B flat to C. Easy. Now we have 3 more notes at the end, which are the same as the beginning. D, C, B flat. Sometimes I like to go through the whole song naming notes. So let's do that all the way through before we play. Here we go, here's the beginning, name the notes. D, C, B flat, rest. D, C, B flat, rest. B flat, B flat, B flat, B flat, C, 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 D, C, B flat. Now, is it possible that you're going to memorize this song and you don't need to look up at the book and look down? Yeah, you're probably going to memorize this pretty quickly. But when we go to another song that's a little bit longer, that's not as easy to memorize, you are going to need to use your eyes, look at the music, look down, look up, and look down. Let's play it together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Rest, D, C, B flat, rest. All these little details are important. From the stick grip, the height of the bells, using your wrists, using your eyes correctly. These are all important things. It's not about just taking a stick and going whack and hitting something, okay? Playing it correctly, getting a good sound. All these things are important, okay? Also, did you notice how I didn't go super fast? Could I go super fast? Well, sure I can, but especially when we're playing with other instruments, that is the speed we're going to go. And I actually don't want you practicing it too fast because it might be more difficult to play it at the correct speed when we come back. Okay? Practice that. Good luck. I look forward to hearing you.